Today's meeting of the European Union ambassadors was to summarise the conclusions of the last summit regarding the sixth package of sanctions against Russia. However, at the last minute, Hungary requested an extension from 6 months to 3 years to sell refining products to other markets. They also demanded the removal of Patriarch Kirill from the EU sanctions list. The President of Ukraine and the Prime Minister of Luxembourg referred to this situation during a parliamentary session. Tyranny must fail if Europe is to remain as it is today, free, open, united and strong in its diversity. I am very grateful to the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg for its solidarity with Ukraine. If the news I received yesterday is true that one European Union country intends to block the sixth sanctions package because Patriarch Kirill is on the sanctions list, that is shameful. I did not mention the name of the country on purpose, but I can say that I contacted Prime Minister Viktor Orban last night to tell him that his behaviour is unacceptable. Patriarch Kirill was on that list even before the Brussels summit. 26 countries cannot be held hostage by such an attitude. Sanctions are important, and I said from the beginning that peace comes at a price for all of us. Other member states recognise Hungary's decision as a breach of their commitments and are striving to implement the sixth package of sanctions as soon as possible. Poland's position on this matter is unambiguous, which is why Warsaw continues to appeal to Hungary not to block the arrangements made in Brussels. This attitude of Hungary, despite the fact that decisions were made at the European Council summit, worries us. The decisions made at the European Council were unambiguous, and Poland, and I think other European Union countries, wish to adopt this package of sanctions. As a result of many hours of negotiations, in the face of the uncompromising attitude of Hungary, the Moscow Patriarch was finally removed from the sanctions and the document was signed. The sixth package of EU sanctions is a great achievement due to the fact that they cover oil from Russia, which is the country's main source of budget revenues. Following the decision of Sweden and Finland to join NATO, the time has come for Denmark to organise a referendum to join the defence policy of the European Union. The Danes voted by a majority of votes in favour of joining the EU military structure. Denmark voted very convincingly. Maybe not all the votes have been counted yet, but it may be the strongest result in the history of Denmark's membership of the European Union. It is extremely important because we have been part of the community for 50 years. I am very happy about it. I hope Putin will be frustrated. This vote carries an important message to our allies because it says we want to act together. We have done it so far in NATO, and now we can do it in the Union. It is also a message to our enemies who wish us ill, those who want war in Europe. Putin tried to divide us, and instead we went forward and we are united. Expanding the borders of the community may help to expand the defence space of the European Union. Therefore, intensified efforts are underway for countries of the Western Balkans to join the European family, while Croatia wants to deepen integration and enter the euro area. It is my personal commitment that the countries of the Western Balkans start talks on joining the European Union as soon as possible. This accession is in the interest of all of us, as it strengthens the Union and stabilises the Balkans. It is therefore important that the Union's accession negotiations with North Macedonia and Albania can start as soon as possible. A positive assessment of the representative of the European Commission creates a very good basis for the euro area member states and the European Parliament to give positive opinions as well. Croatia should receive a final decision on this matter by the end of next month. Meanwhile, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, decided to transfer further funds to purchase advanced missile systems for Ukraine.
Today, President Biden directed the drawdown of an additional $700 million in weapons and equipment from the Department of Defense inventories. The capabilities in this package are tailored to meet critical Ukrainian needs for today's fight, including requirements for rocket artillery.
The United States will provide Ukraine with 4 HIMARS missile systems and 4 helicopters as part of the 11th military aid package. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken emphasized, however, that Kiev made assurances that the new weapons would not be used for attacks on Russian territory. The Secretary of State rejected suggestions that the missile delivery could be viewed as an escalation of the conflict.